No, it's not a mini transat boat. I know it's got the numbers on the bow, but this is the funky looking new Dufour 530. And Dufour wanted to appeal to a younger, energetic audience, hence the funky vinyl blue wrap on this first hull. And this is the world premiere at Dusseldorf. You have a good idea of the hull shape here. Plumb stem, bit of a chine to it as it goes aft, and loads of beam and volume. Plenty of belly to it as well. And this is offered in 3 different guises. An easy, which is, I guess, is more aimed at the charter market, which packs in the cabins. An ocean, which is this one, more of a private owner's version, and a performance version. I think it's the easy at 340,000 euros, this one 440, and the performance 540, and that's what they start at. So what Dufour have done well for a long time is maximize the deck space, particularly in the aft area. So I'm pretty sure they were first onto the aft galley concept, which is basically started from a barbecue and grew. You can see you still have this swim platform I'm now standing on, and if I get this right, this should lift up, yeah, to reveal the grill and sink area. So you've just caught your fish, whack it on the grill, stand out here to cook, no fumes in the boat. I think it works quite well if you're in the sort of place where you haven't got waves, you've got a nice flat anchorage. Also notice this has the retractable davits. Keep them clear of, keep lines nice and clean, and space for life raft as well. And access both sides, both helm seats lift up. So this is with the helm seat lifted up, nice steps up. See, that lifts up for foot bracing when you're sat at the aft helms. And this is an unusual feature, having a sunbed basically between the helms. Gives you an idea of the beam. It's an option on this boat. You can see where it joins here. The performance version obviously wouldn't have that. You have a single point main. On this one, the main sheet's sheeted to the coach roof and led back. You've got the option for having German sheeting. So from the helms, with the additional cushions in these quarters, it's very, very comfortable. Right in the aft quarters. Main sheet winch, optional there. And the head sail sheeting just to the top of that coaming. And what I quite like is a neat design is having a step up, clear access onto the side deck, and under the step is where the sheet tails hide. Keeps it nice and clean, and look how much space it's left for the cockpit. Still, I've got a fair amount of coaming height to it, especially with these padded cushions. Huge fixed table, good access each side. Lines led, all the lines are kept out of this cockpit. They're led under the deck, under the coamings. And then even these ones on the coach roof, if you have this option, there's tail stowage below here, which is this, that's used obviously drainage with the water and for the washboards to stow. Now I'm standing under the spray hood here, so I've got 6 foot headroom under the spray hood, and well-designed bimini, because there's obviously loads of sun protection should you want it, but the gap just where you want it to get out onto the side decks without banging your head. And then again, something Dufour have done for quite a while, very flat coach roofs, which means yet more sunbathing area. So there's the Traveller, the main sheet, and along the boom to the blocks, back aft to reach of the helms. loads of light will pour through that skylight hatches, bit of non-slip in between them. Self-tacking traveller as well for the jib, and you'll see the light that brings to the interior. This one's got the option of a crew cabin, 53-foot boat with a crew cabin up forward. Designed by Umberto Felci. It's the same, Dufour kept the same design team, and it's a recipe that works. They have a big range now from 30 to 60 foot, 9 boats in the range. Moving below decks, you see immediately a very high attention to quality and an impression of quality feel on the inside. You can tell, I know Dufour have said it, but you can tell they work very hard on the finish quality as well. The finish of the Alpi woodwork looks very good. This is the owner's version, the ocean version. So the 3 cabin, which obviously feels the most spacious as well. Were you to go for up to the 6th cabin, the Pullman cabin takes over that space there, so you lose some of that head shower space. All keep a galley area, which I think is a format that works really well. I know it's a bit further forward from the companionway, but plenty of space and enough to brace itself at heel. I have to familiarise myself with the boat as I go around, because there's been a lot of people on board it today, but you can see throughout the saloon and the galley is this raised stowage below the worktops as well. Presume the carpet's an option, but it gives a nice feel, but I don't know how it will fare longevity wise. Good refrigeration space, yet more stowage here. Modern apartment or home feel to it. And then look at the amount of space, especially beam in this forward owner's cabin. Huge island berth, steps up each side, plenty of natural light. You probably don't see that now, it's quite dark in an indoor show, but lots of natural light pouring through those skylight hatches and hull windows behind the blinds as well. And the appearance of space as well, and what gives that appearance of space helps give that, is splitting the heads and shower. So this is a huge shower area because the heads is on the starboard side. Useful format, works well. Again, good stowage surrounding that berth as well. Chart table on the aft end of that starboard sofa with a bit of space for electronics above. Nice indirect lighting, and then split berth or double berths aft, both with their own heads in this format, heads and shower. And again, plenty of light, plenty of stowage. Side engine access each side, as well as under the companionway steps. I'd like that if I knew where the light switch was. And a double berth to starboard. This one doesn't have its own door into the heads, but in this format does have the separate shower. So this owner's ocean version at the show is 540 1,000 euros ex VAT. So it's just under 18 tons, light displacement. And you can see the layout options here from 3 cabins, 3 heads to 4 cabins and 3 heads. And the 4 cabin version has 2 Pullmans in it. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and split cabin forward. Pack 'em in.